In this video I'm going to show you an installation of the Big Magic Thermodynamic box, and we're going to fit this in this lovely 17th century house. The Big Magic box is a thermodynamic product which supplies domestic hot water to showers and taps 24 hours a day, no matter what the weather. The system comprises a 200 litre cylinder and an external panel. We remove the existing water cylinder and replace it with ours. This particular house has night storage heating. However, if it had gas or oil central heating with a standard boiler, we would cap that off from the existing cylinder. The aluminium panel is fitted to a wall and acts as an evaporator. It's very light, being under 7 kilograms, and easy to handle. It has 3 circuits, and the R134A refrigerant gas circulates and absorbs the energy from the ambient atmosphere. The panel absorbs ambient energy from the environment. It can be put on a wall facing south, east-west, or even northeast and northwest. The panel measures 1700 by 800 millimeters. It can be placed in a vertical or horizontal orientation. The refrigerant gas R134A is a man-made blend. It's an inert gas and ozone friendly. The refrigerant 134A enters the panel as a liquid. It absorbs energy from the panel and turns into a gas. It is passed to the cylinder and the compressor squeezes the gas and creates heat. The hot gas is then sent through a coil which is wrapped round the outside of the cylinder and heats the domestic hot water. The gas then returns outside and enters the panel again as a liquid, ready to be reheated. The panel has to be fitted by an F-gas engineer. However, the cylinder is pre-gassed for an 8-metre run between the panel and the cylinder. Hot and cold water supply 22mm pipe has been brazed and fitted with flexible hosing at the end, ready for connection to the rear of the Big Magic box. The refrigerant piping has been insulated and has flared nuts.
My name's Carl and I'm a fully qualified F-gas engineer carrying out the installation on this property today. After connecting the system, we pressure test the system with oxygen-free nitrogen up to 8 bar for a time of 1 hour. After testing the system with leak spray and leaving it over a period of time, we assess that there is no leaks on the system. Therefore, we can release the pressure in the system and begin to vac the system out. We vac the system using a vacuum machine for a period of around 1 hour down to 2 torr. We hold the torr for 15 minutes to check there is no rise. After that, we then release the gas into the system ready to run.
There are 2 connections at the rear of the cylinder for the flow and return of the gas. All the components are located above the cylinder and are accessed via the lid. The main components comprise the compressor, dehydrator and starter motor. There is of course the display on the front. The cylinder is made of stainless steel, and after being placed in the casing, the gap is filled with insulation. The insulation properties are very good, and over a 26-hour period will only lose up to 4 degrees even in cold weather. There is a 1.5 kilowatt immersion heater in the cylinder, which can be used at any time to boost the water temperature. However, we also utilise the immersion heater to bring the temperature up to 61 degrees automatically once a week to combat any possibility of Legionnaires. The thermodynamic process will bring the water temperature to a maximum of 55 degrees. The temperature is controlled from the front panel and can be set between 25 and 55. The simple controls are located on the front of the unit. There is an on and off switch, an anti-Legionnaire immersion heater manual switch, and a display showing the temperature of the water in the cylinder. In this particular installation, we have a vented system. However, if we install this in a pressurised environment, we would have to include a 17-litre expansion tank and a temperature pressure relief valve. The coefficient of performance of the unit ranges between 2 and 5, dependent on the outside temperature. With this coefficient of performance, the unit is very economic to run. The compressor is rated at 500 watts. The installation is now complete and the system will produce hot water at 55 degrees centigrade, day and night, whatever the weather.